Hi everyone, this is Kenyatta Robinson. Welcome back to my Backyard SmokeMaster Barbecue channel. So what you're looking at here is my brand new, what I call a pretty drum smoker, and this one is made by Hunsaker. It's their Vortex 55-gallon drum smoker. I placed the order for this baby back on April 30th. And I got it yesterday, May 23rd, so it took a little over 3 weeks for it to get to me. I believe they are located in the St. Louis area, and I'm in the Bay Area in California, so a little bit more than 3 weeks. So down here at the bottom of the smoker is the intake system that they've come up with, and it's real simple. You can control this with this lever with your foot. Hopefully you guys can see this. It's in the start position. And then after you light your charcoal, you move it over to the run position. And I think that's basically where the intake underneath the drum is about 50% open. And then at the end of your cook, you move it to the stop position, which closes that intake. And you make all your adjustments up here at the exhaust. So obviously you can move that exhaust wide open, halfway, just a sliver. And this is where I think you get your ability to control the temperature by making adjustments to the exhaust. So today my plan is to start a fire inside of it to do the initial burn off process. Burn off, any manufactured greases, that type of thing. I also bought some additional accessories or add-ons, so I'll take you guys through that and get that fire started and play around with it, and hopefully get to start getting to know and learn how this baby works. So I unboxed everything yesterday, but I didn't really explore the inside. So one of the cool things about the Hunsaker is you have a lid that is, that comes with a hinge, and then there's a lever. You put that lever down, and that'll keep that lid from falling on you while you're doing stuff inside of the chamber. So that's something that was pretty attractive to me, not having to worry about, obviously you're going to lift your lid up on your drum from time to time, and not having to fumble around with it, laying it down someplace or putting it somewhere. Just lift it up, slide that lever across, you're good to go. Alright, so this is the rib hanger. So basically this will set inside of the chamber, and then looks like you can hang a good number of ribs right here. It also comes with some hooks. I believe that it came with 6 hooks. And then I actually probably have 12 hooks, because in addition to this rib rack hanger, I also opted for the hybrid rack, which allows you to, let's say, have chicken laying flat on the grill grate, and then hang some ribs as well. Alright, so here's one set of hooks. And then I also have some additional hooks here that are attached into what I believe is the hybrid grate. Bear with me, I'm kind of struggling here trying to hold the camera and get this grate out at the same time. Alright. Alright, so this is the hybrid. So it's fastened down at the moment with the hooks, and then also to keep the flexible part of the rack from flopping around during shipment. Okay, and then we have another standard grate. And I actually purchased an additional one because what I've read is that what some people like to do is have a grate down at the bottom and then maybe put like a aluminum pan to catch the drippings underneath, and then you have your grate up at the top, and then that will help make the cleanup a little easier. So I have the two standard grill grates and like I said, the hybrid rack and the rib rack. Now I will say one thing I'm surprised about as I look at this is I actually thought that my grates were going to be the expanded metal type that they showed on the website. So I'll probably send a note over to them to see what they have to say about that. Not a huge deal, but it is a little different from what I was expecting. What makes the Hunsaker different from others is that the charcoal basket is what they call a Vortex, and it's designed basically to eliminate having any hot spots inside of the drum. So the Vortex is supposed to evenly distribute the hot air smoke coming from your charcoal. So I'll give you an idea what that looks like. So this part comes off. Your charcoal goes inside of the basket. Then after you've put your charcoal in, you reinsert the Vortex. And then on the bottom, there's a little opening along the bottom where you can insert a couple of wax cubes, light them up. Then you pick up your basket with the handle and reinsert it back into the smoker. So that's pretty nifty. And this design, to the best of my knowledge, is exclusive to the Hunsaker. And then it sits inside of this cylinder which I think is also designed to help force the air, within the confines of the cylinder, going straight up with that vortex again, working to eliminate your hot spots. And then at the bottom you can see the hole where basically is your intake for oxygen coming in. So if I, getting back to that lever, kick this open, right now it's in the start position, I believe. Let me double check. Yeah, it's in the start position. Kick it over to run, and that puts it about halfway open. And then stop closes the intake altogether. So that's pretty easy. You can control that with your foot. And I guess I should also mention another thing that's unique to Hunsaker. You see these notches inside of the smoker here. So basically you can put your grates on any one of these notches, depending on how close or how far you want your food to be away from your fire. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess theoretically there's 5 different levels where you could set your grate up. And this also, like I said, facilitates your ability to easily have multiple grates inside of the chamber, which of course increases the amount of food that you can cook at the same time. Alright, so here's where I am. I have gone ahead, I filled up the charcoal basket probably a little bit more than halfway with some lump charcoal. I put a couple of wax cubes underneath the charcoal, lit it up, put the basket inside of the drum. Actually, before I did that, I sprayed the insides. Basically, the instructions say, spray all of the metal that you can with something like PAM, some type of cooking spray. So I did that, sprayed the inside, also sprayed the charcoal basket, the Vortex, got oil on that since it's metal too. Now I'm just gonna spray the inside of the lid. Get a good coat there. Gonna shut the lid, your intake wide open, so it's in the start position. Got my chimney wide open. Instructions say to leave everything wide open until you get to the desired temperature. Hunsaker recommends like 275 to 300. And then at that point, when you get to your desired temperature, you hit that foot lever and kick it from start to the run position. Close the damper on the chimney 50%, and then you can start to make adjustments to your temperature through the exhaust by adjusting how wide open you have it. You can open it a little more, close it a little more. This is where you get your temperature control. I'm guessing that it took about 10 minutes total to get to 275, and you see it, we're just about ready to hit 300 degrees. So I'm going to go ahead, hit that foot lever, and move it into the run position. There we go. And I'm gonna close my exhaust. So it's about 50% open. Like I said, we just creeped up a little past 300. So I'm going to close it a little bit more because I don't want to go too much past 300. So I'm going to play with this, kind of get to know, how much tweaking I need to do to get to the desired temperature. I want to try to stay around 300, and I'm going to let it season for, I'll probably try and go 3 hours. But this is it. This is my new Hunsaker 55-gallon Vortex drum smoker. It comes ready to go. You just have to unpack it, season it, get to know it a little bit, and then you're ready to start cooking. This is Kenyatta Robinson. Thank you again for tuning in to my Backyard SmokeMaster Barbecue channel, where I hope to help you learn how to master your barbecue in your own backyard. If you like what you're seeing, please do consider subscribing, liking, leaving comments. I really do appreciate all of the feedback as I try to grow my channel. Alright guys, take care. I'll see you in the next one.